I'm Tina. I'm the running lawyer, and I just wanted to share a couple things going on right now. I'm out on an afternoon run, which is actually unusual for me, for at least as of a week ago, because I wanted to share that I've read 2 books in the last few weeks. One was called Miracle Morning, and the other shared with me by a friend, a personal injury lawyer, John Fisher, who I, by the way, met in a legal masterminds group started by Mitch Jackson, who's a California personal injury lawyer. So anyway, John Fisher shared with me this book called Essentialism, which I've really enjoyed reading. I just finished reading that this morning actually. But the combination of those 2 books, Miracle Morning, really inspired me to change the way to restructure my entire morning routine. And I already can tell it's made such a huge difference. I just sincerely hope I stick with it. It's hard to change habits that are well ingrained, especially with your morning routine, because we all have probably gotten down to science what we like to do in the mornings, and I definitely fell into that category. I would wake up every morning and was really dedicated to making and eating a healthy breakfast. But that slowed down a lot of other things I was trying to get done. I would do work on my cases or reading or something after eating breakfast. But this book just encouraged me. It laid out a routine for the morning, and I've really been trying it, and I've stuck with it every day. Except today I had an emergency and I still did all of the things, but I got delayed on the exercise part of it, which I'm doing now. But I encourage you to read that book and consider what I'm doing now. It's actually a little bit of a small amount of meditation. Believe it or not, it sounds really new agey, but affirmations, visualizations, exercise, reading, and some writing. I'm doing that every morning. Now, not long extended time periods of those things. I mean, I got to get to work, and I have tons of other work to do, but I've always heard, we've all heard about affirmations and visualizations, and I've never really put those things into practice, but this book highlighted some of the most successful people in the world and over time who all do some or all of those things every day. So reading that and just hearing the way he explained those things made sense to me, so I'm trying them. I definitely think things like visualization, seeing yourself in a position that you want to be in. I've got a number of things I'm working on in my life. One of those, I'll just give you a simple example. I mean, I have professional goals, obviously, and I'm visualizing what's going to happen in my cases as an injury lawyer, the work specifically I will be doing, and seeing my being able to help clients in the best way possible. So I'm doing those things, but a simple example is I decided to start doing some arm weights, adding that to my routine, just a little bit of strength training after my runs. And so I've been visualizing having more muscular arms. So that I used to work in a gym, and I used to have more muscular arms when I was younger, but I'm still pretty fit because of the running, but I want to get more muscular arms. So we'll see how that goes. But that's just an example. But I think if you visualize and actually see yourself having whatever it is you want to attain, like my muscular arms that I don't have right now. If you visualize that and you continuously visualize the goals that you're working on, I really do think those things come to pass. I mean, I've already seen that in my life before reading this book. So anyway, and then this book, Essentialism, is really about focus. It's about choosing the most important thing to do in your life right now. And if there's anyone working under you, the most important things that you would like to ask them to do or have them do. And I've always just kind of intuitively or innately been a very focused person. And so this book spoke to me, though, in helping me to realize that as we become more and more successful, we have more and more opportunities, and it becomes more and more challenging to stay really focused on what initially caused success. So I think it's just helped me to reconnect to my center. And I've always practiced law in a way where I have a low volume of cases. This book talks about needing time to sleep and think and consider what you want to do with your life and what you want to do with every single day. So you need time to think about that. You might need to write about it for a few minutes each day and get really centered on what is the most important thing you can do at any given moment. And that's what I've been trying to do over the last few days to get refocused on being focused. So we'll see. I don't know. This morning thing, I have never been a morning person, but I have really enjoyed it. As far as I exercise in the morning, as far as running goes, I've been running in the morning. If I'm hungry, I'll eat a banana. If I'm not, then I won't. And usually I'm not if I ate a larger snack the night before or something. But I just go based on my hunger feeling. And that's been working out just fine. I do drink a glass of tea before I get started. For those of you, and during that tea drinking time is when I do those list of other things. I call, pretty quickly, like meditation, I do 5 minutes. But, I do all of those things. And by the way, on meditation, there's an app you can get on your phone called Calm, which works really well. An unguided meditation for 5 minutes. You just have to be silent somewhere. And, you can read in that book, Miracle Morning, about techniques for meditation. But yeah, I do really recommend it. I've been feeling calmer, less stressed, and more focused between those two books. So I recommend reading those two books. Let me know if you're planning on reading them and what you do with your mornings and how to stay focused. Thanks so much. I'll talk to everyone later. Find a way to do something active and stay